Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. My name is Brenton of BPV Gaming, and I had to watch the last two episodes to figure out what has happened since my 10-month-long absence. Essentially, at least in the last episode, we did the level 25 Thaumaturge quest. We also did some stuff around the Gold Saucer and got our company Chocobo named, I believe. I think that was in the last episode. I know for a fact we did a bunch of stuff in the Gold Saucer because I just watched briefly the episode. And then in the one before that, so episode 22, gathered together all as a bunch of scions of the Seventh Dawn. Yida, Papalimo, and myself were just going to go investigate what's going on in the Twelves Wood, and we just need to follow up here with this Serpent Commander because I can't quite remember what we talked about. But that is what I remember. Additionally, like I mentioned in my video earlier in the week about coming back to recording Final Fantasy XIV, essentially some of the basic changes that I'm doing to this just to get things moving along is that a lot of the content that I want to show off is in the patch series. So obviously right now I'm playing through patch 2.0, and there's going to be 5 patch series full of content before we get to the first expansion. A lot of the content I want to show is in that patch series, so it was a humble reminder to myself that I need to calm down and just focus on the main story of patch 2.0, which is what I'm going to be doing going forward. There are some feature quests that I am going to stop and do along the way once I have hit the applicable level, but for right now I'm going to mainly just be plugging along on the story and getting that done so that way we can start getting to the patch series of A Realm Reborn in a timely fashion, of course. And additionally, because I pre-ordered the third expansion to the game, which I'm not going to say for the sake of not wanting to spoil anything for this Let's Play, all I'm going to say is that I've equipped this earring, which will increase my experience earned by 30% up until I'm level 70, which I feel will also help us move the story along as I'm getting that extra increase in experience, which is pretty important as I make my way through the rest of this story and, of course, the first 2 expansions. Lastly, as you can see, I am also wearing kind of like different garb. I just checked to see what recommended gear I should be wearing, and this is what's been recommended, and so that is what I'm going to be focusing on. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk to the Serpent Commander and get the ball rolling. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the science once more if we are to... beg pardons. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think out loud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? We come in peace. Commander Vorse Huloy has been awaiting the aid of the Scions. Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? Good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but our business brings us here today. Yida, Papalimo. Always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, the curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelves Wood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and it's precisely for this reason that the Sylphs' relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be a sliver of a chance that the summoning of a primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better be safe than sorry indeed. Do we strike at Ramu or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at the answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have a cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorn Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs? This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorn Hut it is. Why, I believe the ferry departing for West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo. Perfect! Now we gotta go to West Shore Pier, which is in Old Gridania. Can I just, like... Lancers Guild it is. Having all these aetherites, or just, like, having access to all these shards really make travel in these city-states very convenient, because now I don't have to, like, run too ridiculously far. But I think that conversation that they all had is a nice little refresher as to what was spoken about at the end of episode 22, and a nice way to get back into the main story, since it's been so long for those who have been watching from the beginning to remember what has happened. The ferry docked at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find a Hawthorn Hut without much trouble. The Hawthorns are most welcoming folk who have shown us no small measure of goodwill. Still, a bit of curiosity goes a long way. I would encourage you to stop by Full Flower Comb and introduce yourself to Rosa before you travel on. I think I can comply with all of what you have asked. Let's just talk to the ferry skipper and make our way to, not the Lavender Beds, but to the Sweet Bloom Pier, because the Lavender Beds is the residential area. Oh, I thought I've already visited the East Shroud, but apparently this is my first time here. Running. Oh wait, I forgot I have mounts now. Dismounting personal chocobos. Wait, what the? While on Choco back, a chocobo icon will appear in your status effect bar. You can dismount your chocobo anytime by right-clicking this icon or by re-clicking the action you used to mount your steed. Use the chocobo whistle to summon your steed again. Oh, okay. Anywho, now that Full Flower Comb. Okay, telling me to come here. What is this? Oh, the Leaves of Hawthorn. I guess that also brings me to a good time to bring this up as well. These love quests are really, really nice if you don't have the experience enhancing items like I do. So going forward, I know it was something I was unlocking as I went on, but they're just a little too time consuming. And so for right now, I'm not going to continue unlocking them because there's no personal need for me, but I do highly recommend it if you do need a little additional help gaining experience in your own personal adventure. An adventurer, think to 12. You could have come out. You couldn't have come at a more opportune time. Please, you must help us. Why, it's our bees. The poor little dears are under attack by a murderous swarm of hornets. These beehives are our livelihood. You must save them. Okay. So I guess I will be helping these bees. Waiting. Killer hornet cloud? God almighty. Okay. Apparently I can't do that still. I hate transposing, but that will get easier over time. Oh, I got some honey. How delightful. Just gotta take care of these hornets. Oh, perfect. And then the last one is just right here by Rosa. Excellent. Now just to talk to Rosa again. Thank you, friend. Finally our bees can make their honey in peace. I knew you were 12 cent the moment I laid eyes upon you. You travel to our hut, you say, and would speak to a serpent officer there? There is one who goes by Ameline. He is a sentry to Jocelyn's Spire, but makes regular excursions to our hut. He's quite enamored of our honey and the tales of my husband Rolf, though I found him to be a tight-lipped around those who he's unfamiliar with. Oh, I know what we might try. Why don't you take a jar of fresh honey to him? I reckon you'll find him more than talkative then. Wonderful. I'm going to ride my fatter cat over there. Meow meow. Anyway. Ooh, this is also something else I forgot to mention at the start of the episode. So, I'm going to be like mass recording a lot of these episodes, and so just to save me a little bit of time, so that way I can get these recorded as quickly as I possibly can, the next couple of episodes may be a bit shorter than usual, but in the end I feel it will be worth it since I'm back. I don't know. If you don't like the shorter episodes, then I will highly reconsider not making them so short. But I'll also not like make them draw on and on and on and on and on as well, because that is not fun. Okay, just want to get some of this stuff taken care of while I'm here. And now let's go talk to Ameline, who I believe is inside here. There we go. With Rolf. Indeed, I am Ameline the Twin Adder. Your face is unfamiliar to... Huh? You have a present for me, you say? Yes, have some of this fresh honey. A jar of Rosa's honey, and freshly harvested to boot. You certainly know how to make a first impression, friend. Ah, so you are the adventurer of whom the commander spoke. Do forgive me for being curt. My stomach was rumbling something fierce. My word, this honey like liquid gold. Ahem. Forgive me, you have come to discuss not honey, but sylphs. For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we, no? Would you know more, you do well to speak to Rosa's husband here, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the sylphs than I'll ever know. Okay. So, Sylphic studies it is. Rolf Hawthorne patriarch of the beekeeping Hawthorne family, is said to be well versed in Sylphic customs. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing. They're a particular folk. How particular, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. They're, beg pardon, friend, my memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before. You may have more luck with them. Okay. So I guess we're just going to be chit-chatting with a couple of people. Let's talk to this Hawthorne. The Sylphs? Yes, Father's told me the stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is most completely alien to our own. You'd best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Tee-hee. Okay, so in other words, respect them. Because even though they look childlike, they are not to be treated childlike. I think that is something that I can relate to more than anyone I know. The Sylphs, inveterate tricksters and troublemakers. That's what they are. One day, they're drawing marble faces on our masks. The next, they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Good lord. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Okay, so they like to have a little bit of fun. I don't see any wrong with that. The quickest way to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Okay. So we got quite a bit of information here. Let's go ahead and talk to Rolf and see if there's anything else that he might have remembered that he can add. Oh, of course, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. It just may help win the favor of our forest friends. That is extremely good to know. Ooh, I just learned Thunder 2. Okay, so before I keep going, Thunder 2 is the AoE equivalent to Thunder. So as we gain levels and improve in our strength, eventually Thunder is going to upgrade to Thunder 3, and Thunder 2 will also upgrade. I'm going to let you decide what it is, but I don't want to spoil it. But you're going to want to use Thunder/Thunder 3 for single target, and Thunder 2/ what its upgrade is for multiple enemies all at once. So I'm really, really glad that I have that now. That makes me really, really excited. Additionally, I kind of want to take a look at something here. I don't have Swiftcast yet, but I can use this, which I'm going to place right here. And then I'm going to leave that there for right now. Anywho, let's keep talking to Rolf. First impressions. Rolf Hawthorne would share further knowledge to assist you in befriending the Sylphs. Still here, huh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. They don't take friendly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring, drat, what was it again? And Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. Okay, well, let's go take my Chocobo Intin on over to the comb so I can get my... So that way I can figure out what it is I need to bring to the Sylphs before I make my way over there. Whee! Okay. Sorry, I'm getting all fancy with how I'm running here, and I totally don't need to do that, even though it's kind of fun. I am not going to participate in that fate. So sorry, dear game. Okay, Rosa Hawthorne. Girlfriend, give me some answers. A peace offering for the Sylphs? I would give you another jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past their front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milkroot? That's what we call the root of the most fiendish seedkin, the ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions of the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying this stuff, but the sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. A suspicious clump of grass, you say? Were you to stimulate it somehow, with some of this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. Okay, my little kitty, take me on over there. Okay, so looks like it's over there. Curious what? Curious tussock. And there it is. Who would have thought? Oh, did you just poison me? So rude. Better take this guy out quick. Done and done. Did I get my... Oh, perfect. Got the milk root. No longer poisoned. Let's head back over to Rolf so we can report the milk root to him. And these quests are like super fast too, by the way. I didn't like realize how quickly I was getting through these, which is completely okay. I am more than happy with that. I'm on top of the hut. Whee! Okay, right where I need to be. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Show him the milk root. Milk root. But of course, those sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of meat. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milk root will have the sylphs calling you friend and brother the moment they lay eyes on it. Now let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. Ow. Okay. Weak silencing potion, weak sleeping, weak paralyzing. I don't have a particular... I'll take the green one. I think that would be fun. So first contact. Rolf Hawthorne has gift-wrapped your offering in preparation for your journey into the Sylphs' Demisne? I think that's how you say it. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from the god's awful stench. The sylphs love that stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of a mortal that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? The Sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend, and do not stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it, if you'd regale me with your adventuring tales. Oh, and before I forget, don't go trapezing off just yet. Amelin here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. Okay, what do you have for me, sir? It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solith, seek out a young sylph by the name of Komuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion and has the close ear of the tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of the malodorous root the sylphs so adore. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from the elder seed-seer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of your envoy, that would be you and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with her long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. All right. First contact. It makes it sound like we're about to, like, meet aliens, which we really aren't, but let's make our first contact with the Sylphs. No, go away, giant gnat. I don't want to fight you. I just want to make it here in one piece. Why are there giant gnats in here? Well, it's part of the fate, so they're not going to attack me. But you, sir, are whom I need to speak with. Walking one is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking one should go home and leave this one be. Okay, I'll dance for you, my friend. This one would welcome Walking One, who moves like these ones. If Walking One would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so Walking One should speak with a quick tongue. Walking One should bring gift to this one. Walking One is most kind. Hand over the milk root and the letter from the seed seer. Walking One brings milk root. Milk root fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Gives many and many thanks. Walking One carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking One should not worry. Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people. We've come to pay our respects to you, your elder, and to learn from him more of your Lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These ones come from Gridania. Oh, these walking ones come from Gridania? Walking One become a dancing one and brought milk root, but Walking One tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder One is busy. Walking ones should go home. Go home, you say, but the Sylphs of the Little Solace have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Scout here is an oath of peace penned by Elder Seedseer herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of Walking One's. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking Ones waste everyone's time. Well, I never. Turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Scout's jig insufficiently jiggy? Yeah, I don't think so, girl. I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. Okay, grabbing this and complete. Okay, dance diplomacy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Dance diplomacy. Yida has a notion of how one might earn the Sylph's trust. Say, Scout, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. You went through all that trouble to learn the Sylph's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. While you're at it, why not dance for the Gridanians around here as well? Why, if I were a Sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer sharing my culture with his own kind. Me? Of course I'd be happy to join. Ow! There goes those bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. Oh my freaking gosh. Okay, time to go dance to 8 different people. Okay, girl, I'm gonna dance for you. The Lalafell dance is definitely longer than the Rogadin dance, because I did this all the first time as a Rogadin. Oh, Walking One knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. Can I, like, ball dance for you? Gods help me, are you supposed to be a sylph or a lemur in heat? You'd best work on your greeting skills, lest you frighten your poor sylphs clear out of the shroud. Oh, wow, I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, I guess I'd have to, like, actually do the /dance emote. That's some fine dancing, friend. F you. Why, if you were half as tall and twice as green, I might have mistaken you for a sylph myself. Any road, the sylphs are a peaceful folk. Approach them with an open-minded heart, and they'll open up to you in turn. Okay, let's dance for this little buddy over here. Hello. Let us dance, my friend. Walking One would be friend to these ones. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of weaving a secret. Even if Walking One learned the secret, Walking One could not weave in the same way. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that means. Oh, there's this person over here. Oh, no, sorry, Sylph. Okay, I'm gonna dance for you, little dude. Ah, Walking One is a friend of these ones. Friendly like a gracious elder one of Forest City. Knows how to dance into these ones' hearts. Alright, halfway done. Let's come up over here and dance for this dude. Walking One has sprightly steps. This one is amused, tee-hee, but this one is still sleepy. Alright, you take your nap. Let's see. Hey girl, I'm gonna dance for you too. How charming. You'll fit right in here in Little Solace. But be forewarned, though, such pleasantries will get you nowhere with the Sylphs who dwell in the homeland. That sounds eerie. Okay, where are the last two? Well, I know... Oh, okay, they're both right here. I'll dance for... Oops. I'll dance for you, and then the Sylph right next to you, my friend. Magnificent! You'd make an excellent ambassador to Little Solace, friend. Mind you, not all sylphs are so welcoming of outsiders. The woodland sprites would gut you before you got your feet off the ground. Ugh, that sounds horrible. And now it's time to... this one makes me think of Nathan. I'm gonna call this one Nathan. This Walking One is a dancing one. This one is always happy to see dancing ones. Tee-hee-hee. Wonderful! Time to report to Ms. Ida and let her know that I have footloosed my way across Little Solace. Scout, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all Little Solace. The better news? Why, I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure. You're so ridiculous, Ida. Okay. And like I said, shorter episodes because I think that's actually a really wonderful place to stop, believe it or not. So, my friends, I'm just going to swivel around. Oh my gosh. Look at Papa Limo. He's judging me over there. Look at that little judger face. just completely unamused that I need to like end this video, even though I'm literally going to record the next episode as soon as I'm done. Look at that judgmental face of him just being like, just do the quest already. It's like, no, I'm not. So I'm just gonna boop your nose and swivel around to cute little Scout. Actually, I don't like that ankle. Anyway, my friends, before I completely deviate even further, because oh my gosh, okay, screw you, Papa Limo. I don't need your judgmental face looking at me. That is so much better. Okay, friends, thank you so much for watching this episode of Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. I will catch you all next week as we continue to make our parlay with the Sylphs in the next episode. No, I wasn't expecting to complete the fate, but thanks for letting me know, game. Anywho, thank you for watching. I'll catch you all next week for more Final Fantasy XIV, and I'll see you then. Bye!